You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to your Saturday, November 30th edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every morning to bring you some wonderful community information. Today is Small Business Saturday, so make sure that you get out and you do your holiday shopping with some of our wonderful small businesses. It's the community within us that keeps those small businesses alive, so it's really important that you support them, and especially on a day like today. We've got a great show in store for you. We're going to introduce you to some wonderful activities that you can do here in our community, one of which is at Four Eagle Ranch tonight. We're going to bring you some more information on that in just a moment. We're going to introduce you to comedian Carmen Morales, who's going to come to Vail and bring the giggles with her, because just from interviewing her, I was giggling quite a bit. And then we're going to introduce you to the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens and some of the wonderful holiday activities that they have taking place this season that you're not going to want to miss out on. It's all here on Good Morning Vail, which starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
For the latest and greatest trends in pop entertainment, Popstar Today brings you compelling celebrity lifestyle stories that matter most to you. From movies, music, TV, and streaming shows, to fashion, social media influencers, and the latest on who is seeing who. Join host Elizabeth Stanton as she digs deep and dives in. This is Popstar Today.
looking for something really fun to do tonight, well then Four Eagle Ranch is the place you're going to want to be. They're having a country western dance. Now this is a great way to get out, move your body, and experience something different. Also, Four Eagle Ranch is in such a beautiful area that you're going to want to go check it out during the snowy season.
Welcome back, everybody. We are just flowing through your Tuesday morning with some really wonderful guests. And now we love Four Eagle Ranch here at TV8 and in our community. And I want to get your names correct. We have Tracy Reed and Maria O'Neill with me today. And first, I want to thank you for going through the snow. And did you come from Eagle?
We came from the ranch.
You did, and that's out there. So,
yeah.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you guys driving through all the snow just to get here to talk about the wonderful things that you guys do over at Four Eagle Ranch. So is there something special that you came to talk about this morning?
Well, we want to let everybody know that our country dance is this Saturday.
Yay.
It's a super fun family event. We have line dancing lessons from 6 to 7, and then the Walker Williams Band plays from 7 to 10. We have food and beverage available for purchase. It's $20 cover at the door. It's a great fun time. Yeah. A great post-Thanksgiving family function.
And you can dance off some of the turkey.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. Now, you guys have a lot of fun things there all the time. I've always been reading about all the parties and all the fun days, the fundraisers you've had and just functions and everything like that. Yeah. Now, do you have special teachers that come into these classes?
So for the dancing, Maria Berry comes over.
I
from
know
Summit,
Maria.
Yeah.
She taught me and my husband how to do a dance step together.
Yeah. From Summit Dance, I think she is. Anyways.
Yeah, I forget, but she's great. Yeah. I know that we went to the Black Diamond Ball a couple of years ago, and my husband can dance, I can't, so we're like, okay, let's take a couple lessons. And we went to Maria, and she was really, really good.
She's lovely.
She's a lot of fun, too, so she makes it a great time, and you don't feel awkward with a group learning how to do some dances that you might not have learned before. So what do you do for Four Eagle Ranch, both of you?
Yeah, I just came on. I'm the newest member. And I joined as a banquet manager.
Nice.
Yeah, so at events I make sure the food's getting out properly and just everyone's fed and happy, and it's fun. Last night we kicked off our sleigh ride dinners, which was my first for me. We're already decorated for Christmas, and it was really fun to just see everybody that comes out. People tell me they've been coming for years, so I feel so blessed to be part of something that's been going on for way longer than I've been here. So.
Yeah, or alive, really. Yeah. Well, welcome to the family, because you seem like you're perfectly fit for this, and it's great. I'm sure that your guys are really happy with her here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just, you've joined a great team, and I know you guys just do so much, and it's, people think, oh, it's all the way out there. It's really not. It's really not. You just people go to State Bridge all the time. You know what I mean? So it's a lot closer than State Bridge, everyone, or Rancho. So you just take that one road, and it's just maybe a couple of miles up.
It's 4 miles.
4 miles, that's
Ranch.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a nice, clean, easy drive, and nobody really ever has any issues getting to or from there.
That's right.
It's a really convenient location, and it only takes about 20 minutes to get there. So I think
20 minutes
it's
to
worth
fun.
It. I know. So. You guys are like me. I've already decorated for the holidays, and I was wondering, why did I do it so early this year? I feel like we all need a little boost. We all need a little cheer and something exciting, and just to get into the spirit a little bit more. So that's why I did it, and I'm sure you guys just wanted to get everything ready for your parties and your adventures. What else goes on over there? Is there like normal, regular scheduled dinners for people, or is this just mostly stuff that is a special occasional place?
So, Maria runs our events.
Right.
And so...
Yeah, so this winter we're offering holiday parties. So we have 3 different venues. You can come in and have your holiday party, celebrate your employees, or just have a family gathering where we take care of all the details. The stress is on us, and you just get to sit back, relax, and come enjoy the ranch for a little bit. But as far as regularly scheduled events, our sleigh ride dinners are Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And we get to welcome just anybody who can make a booking, and we get to go on a sleigh ride pulled by our percherons, and a wonderful buffet available and full bar. So
that's really lovely. So do you have dinner first before the sleigh ride, or do you go to the sleigh ride and then have your dinner?
It kind of depends on where you're slotted when you arrive. So we have sleighs going all night. So some people arrive and go in on the sleigh. Some people get to have dinner first, and then they'll go on the sleigh ride between dinner and dessert. Or some people have a little s'more first, and then we send them on the sleigh.
Nice. I love this whole idea. Now, you did mention 3 different locations. What's that about?
It's not 3 different locations. It's all similar. It's all on the ranch. But we have an event center that holds up to 350, I believe. We've had bigger events
there's
as
3
well.
venues within the same space.
Within the same space. So we can make any crowd feel comfortable, because if you have 30 in a huge event center, it doesn't feel very comfortable.
Right.
So we have the carriage house for smaller parties. We have the Nelson cabin for like medium parties.
Look
and
at the
then
horses' butts. They're so
You don't want to
cute.
sit there.
No, you don't want to be in the back, right? They're really gorgeous, and I have taken a sleigh ride out there, and it's absolutely a magical experience. I don't think anybody could have a bad time getting on over to the Four Eagle Ranch and having a delicious dinner. And I know you guys have meals for anybody, you know, and if they have like special requests, I know you guys can take care of that for anybody.
Yeah.
Glucose or, you know, allergies or
Yes.
anything like that.
Yeah.
I know you guys are really good about keeping up with people. And
Making sure they're happy.
That's
Making
right.
sure
And-
everybody can have a good time.
And that's what's important. You actually listen to your customers and you hear what they want and you give them that. And that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And is there anything else exciting coming up for the holidays you want to tell us about?
Shop with a Cop is on the 10th,
Ooh.
and that's always really fun to
Yeah.
have the kids come with the cops and wrap presents for their families. And Santa comes, and that's fun. Christmas Eve services with Mountain Life Calvary Chapel on Christmas Eve. They have
Nice.
3 services. That's really nice. I mean, just every day's a great day.
It really is. You guys have something for everybody no matter
Yeah.
what goes on. Are you pretty much year round?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought because you really have everything you need for every time, but
Yes.
any purpose for the year. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really incredible. How long have you been there now?
I've been there about 3.5 years.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, not that long.
But you guys are super involved, and I love
Yeah,
it. You
yeah.
really love what you do, and that's important, and it's a big deal. And you really take care of the community. Do you have fundraisers that you guys like to perform too?
So some fundraisers, well, different organizations have their fundraisers
Yes.
there that we host.
That's great.
And that's really a great way to support the community and to help other people give back. And you might not know that 100% of our profits go back out to the community.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
100%. Wow.
100%. Last year we gave away almost or over $500,000 in cash and in-kind donations to different organizations to support, like Speak Up, Reach Out, behavioral health, senior care, the Salvation Army, and then different ministries for first responders and veterans.
Wow, you guys cover everything, and that's just remarkable. You really have the heart and the spirit for this, and that's
Yeah.
what's really important. I didn't know that all of the profits came right back out into the community.
Yes.
That's such a special altruistic experience for you guys. I mean, what does it feel like to be able to have a job where you just give back and just do good things for people?
It's just great. I think, and I was telling Maria, when I think about who my friends are, I think of her and the gals that the other gals that we work with.
It's
and guys.
family.
The other gals and guys that we work with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. And you just stepped into it,
I
so
know.
was it instant gratification?
Yes, it was the biggest blessing that happened to me. I just stepped into a wonderful team that not only can pull off wonderful events, but just feels like family, like Tracy said, and just feels like home. I just moved to Vail for this job, so it was
From where?
From Fort Collins, Colorado.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and so it was just stepping into an already existing family that was ready to just teach me everything I could, and they are wonderful.
I just think that's such a great response, you know, I don't know how old you are, but you're super young, and I love that because you have this outlook. That's what we need here.
Yeah.
I mean, you really do. You have a very special outlook. You really care, and you're here to give and be supportive to everybody, and that's exactly what we need here.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, you all just do amazing things over there. I want to backtrack for a second to Shop with a Cop, because that's something that not a lot of people understand. This is where kids, where they don't have the means to go and get family gifts, they get to go with the police officer and they get to do a day of shopping.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it makes me want to cry. I just think it's
lovely.
so sweet. And then they not only get to shop with their officer friendly. I don't know if you wouldn't remember that, but when we were kids, there was officer friendly is what we called them, and they would take them and do fun things.
Yeah.
So then not only do they get to do the shopping and get some wonderful gifts for their family, which is all through donations, but then they get to go back to Four Eagle Ranch and have a big old party and wrap the gifts And then they bring the family in for a special meal, is that correct?
Yep. Yes, and it's wonderful, and it's a way too for little kids to connect with first responders as well, and understand like these
not
guys.
Be afraid.
Yeah, and not be afraid, and also not have to think, well, golly, I can't give my family anything for Christmas.
Oh my
and
God.
so it's really just, it's wonderful. It's really
It's
fun.
so heartwarming.
Yeah.
I can't believe all the wonderful things that you guys do. It's over at Four Eagle Ranch. How do people reach out to you guys so they can book a party or a fundraiser or something exciting?
So you can visit us online at foureagleranch.com, or you can call Maria and me at the office, 970-926-3372.
926-3372. Look at that beautiful place. I love it. Four Eagle Ranch is good for absolutely any occasion that you have. And especially, I know I was looking at the wedding photos, but all of the livestock and everything that you guys have out there, it's a great place for the entire family to even go over for the day and just to wander around and pet the horses and give them a sugar cube or a carrot or anything like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies, I can't thank you enough for being here, and I love what you guys do, and thank you for all the work that you do for the community here in Eagle County. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it's definitely, we are all filled with gratitude.
Thanks, Liz.
You're
Thanks for
very
having us.
welcome. These are beautiful ladies from Four Eagle Ranch. Make sure you get on over there and check out the wonderful holiday experiences, the sleigh ride with a lovely dinner, and the dance class that's coming up one more time.
Saturday. Yeah.
That's a perfect time. Saturday for the dance class with Maria Barry and so much more over at Four Eagle Ranch. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail here on TV8 right after this. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Good morning, Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
And the songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and this is The Wager. Let's go, Wes! We've all heard about this pickleball craze. Celebrities are playing pickleball matches all the time, and they're challenging each other to these ridiculous bets. Now I'm bringing the cameras to their house with new celebrities and a new bet every week.
Hell of a rally there.
It's just real, genuine conversation.
I got invited to Usher's birthday party. What am I doing here?
And some pretty crazy antics.
Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Get your tickets now for Thanksgiving dinner at Gessner, located on the second floor of the Grand Hyatt.
We're standing here in Eyepieces of Vail. This is the place for all of your premier goggles and helmet needs, and I'm here with the expert, Tyler Moore. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning, Maddie. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for having us. This facility, this building is so beautiful. You come in, you're inspired. It's art for your face.
That's pretty much exactly what Eyepiece is all about. Anything from the neck up, we love to be able to say we have the best selection for it. We have the best frames for it. We have the best helmets, goggles, whatever you need, neck up, we have you covered.
Well, and with ski season here, it's important that you're keeping your head safe, but you're also keeping your eyes safe. The UV rays that reflect from the snow is something not a lot of people know about. So can you give us some more information on what's in front of us?
For sure. So right here, I just have a quick little assortment of some of our favorite brands, a couple of new pieces as well in these brands. But it's super important. Like you said, protecting your head with a helmet, is a must on the slopes. You never know when you're going to catch an edge or what could happen out there. And then another thing too is, a nice set of goggles. It keeps the wind out of your eyes, keeps your eyes from drying out. It just encapsulates everything on your face to keep everything nice and warm, and like debris and snow can't fly in and hurt you or anything. So a good set of goggles, a must this season, especially as we're getting great snow. But awesome and new, the new Smith 40 Mag XL. So this is everyone's favorite goggle from Smith, now available in a little larger size. So there's a few guys that were out there that couldn't quite fit in them. Now we got an answer for you.
Which is so nice. And the 4D that's on here, because that's such a almost hype terminology. What does it mean?
It's just how they talk about the lens. If you can see it on the camera, there's actually this bevel at the bottom. This is a really unique technology called bird's eye vision that allows you to have up to about 25 to 30% more field of vision. So you're seeing more, you can react faster, you just know more of what's going on around you.
Like we always say, vision is precision up there on the slopes,
That it is, yep. And then moving on, this is really great. From Oakley, finally got a huge update. This is our first fast swap lens tech. It's a lot easier than the previous Oakleys, so I'm very excited to see this. It's just 2 buttons on the back, and then the lens pops right out.
Which is incredible. And Oakley is known for their prism lenses and the technology that goes into it, making it kind of a universal lens, but now that you can easily swap them, it makes it much more vision is precision.
Correct. The Oakley Prism lenses, I really do think, are among some of the best in the industry in terms of contrast. But now you have a multiple lens package for varying conditions that's easy to swap out from Oakley.
And then, of course, the Anons. These are the one that everyone loves because they're so easy to use.
Yep. This was a big disruptor in the industry when it first came out. This is their M4, but this is a really cool technology called MFI, Magnetic Face Mask Integration. So, you're cold, you can pop it up. And when you're warm, you can just pop it down. It's really great. It helps keep you from fogging. You're not actually putting anything up under the goggle itself. And then, boom. Nice. Super easy to swap out as well, too.
It makes it so convenient, and especially on those days that we see here quite frequently where you start with a little bit of sunshine and before you know, we've got overcast, flat light, and you're up there on the slopes and you're like, man, this is going to be a rough ride down. Now you just carry that extra lens with you and swap it quick.
Yeah, if you like to carry the lens, weather does change out. So these things are so easy you can do them on the chairlift. Just be careful you don't drop them off of the chairlift would be my advice.
Right. Make sure that you've got a good handle on it. Now let's talk about some of the great technology in the helmets. I'm seeing this little yellow dot that says MIPS. Can you give us more information?
Yeah, MIPS is a great technology that helps keep our brains safer in the event of a crash. So if you can see this yellow liner, this actually rotates independently from the helmet itself, therefore allowing the helmet to decrease the amount of rotational violence that actually gets transferred to your head, which is what causes concussions and brain damage. So, if you're buying from us, everything that we have will have this little yellow MIPS sticker or a MIPS equivalent technology. So it depends by brand, but we try to carry the best for our customers because we want you to staying out there having fun and being safe.
Which I think is so important, and you guys have so many great locations. So let's talk about where people can come and find all of the wonderful product here at Eyepieces of Vail.
Correct. So we have 8 locations total, 6 here in Vail Valley. We're here at the base of Gondola 1 at Bridge Street. This is the closest retail location to Gondola 1. It's really easy to just come in, get kitted, and walk right out onto the slopes. Then we have Village Center across from Solaris, Eyepieces Sport by the Stonenalp. We have our boutique in Lions Head at the Arabelle Complex. Up at Beaver Creek, we have a newer location on the corner there. next to the ice rink. If you haven't been to that one, it is beautiful. It is probably one of our best looking stores. I get a little jealous of it sometimes. And then we have down in Edwards, if you find yourself down Valley. And then if you find yourself over in Roaring Fork Valley, we have one at the base of Snowmass and one at Willits Center by Whole Foods.
And you guys also offer an array of great services. So I'm just going to give a mad shout out because my glasses are awfully cute, but they really help me so much throughout my workday with the blue light reflection. And this is all a possibility here at Eyepieces too.
Correct. So a lot of people don't realize when they walk in that we are a full service prescription shop. We have been doing this for 40 years now, which is an amazing accomplishment. We have doctor services, so if you don't have an updated prescription, we can help you with that. And then we have multiple labs throughout the company that can grind out your prescription jobs. A lot of times you can leave with your prescription, or if you're only here for a couple of days, come pick something out and we're happy to ship it to you.
Which makes it so convenient and so easy. And so people can come in, they can see you at any one of these great locations, and they can get their hands on all of this awesome technology.
That's exactly right. Yeah, come in and say hi, and we're here daily throughout the entire winter.
Tyler, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and getting everyone even more excited to get out there on the snow.
Right, winter's here. Let's have some fun.
Make sure that you stop into Eyepieces of Vail. They've got 8 locations here in 6 here in Eagle County. Make sure that you come in, you get all nice and outfitted for the upcoming winter season because it's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so don't go anywhere.
Good morning, Vail.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Hi, it's Julio Garcia with TV8, and we're about to add some extra jolly to your holiday season. Join us for TV8's 12 Days Before Christmas and ring in the New Year advertising specials. For just $250, you can advertise your business on TV8 during the all-important holiday season. We'll run your commercial spot 10 times per day for 12 days. That's 120 spots to help drive traffic to your business. Choose the 12 Days of Christmas or run your ad during the Ring in the New Year special, which starts on December 26th and runs for 12 days. Or better yet, purchase both for just $450. Don't have a commercial? Don't worry, TV8 will help create one from your photos or videos at no extra charge. So don't delay, a deal this good won't last long. Contact the station to reserve your spot, and from all of us at TV8, have a wonderful holiday season.
Good morning, Vail.
We're so grateful to have so many wonderful acts and so many different talents come to our community. Well, we've got just that coming with Carmen Morales, and I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to interview her, and just during the interview we giggled, so you're not going to want to miss out on the opportunity to see her. But let's introduce you to Carmen. There's no better medicine than giggling. Laughter fuels the soul to a bright place, and I'm joined by comedian Carmen Morales first thing this morning. Good morning, Carmen.
Good morning and salutations. That's actually very true. Literally, there was a group of people that would join together in India just to fake laugh, and it was like hundreds and hundreds of people would get together and fake laugh to induce real laughter. So even if you fake it, you genuinely are making it. Like when it comes to laughter, it works.
And it really does. It enhances your mood. It increases the dopamine in your brain. It's so incredible. But to have someone like you make us laugh makes it all the more special. What got you into comedy?
Well, let's trauma bond first, won't we? I genuinely have always been this way, even since kindergarten and first grade. Like, I remember in first grade we had to write a paper about who inspired us, and people would write about their family or astronauts or rock stars or doctors, and I wrote about comedians. I wrote about specifically Gallagher, which now poor taste, but to be fair, I was 6, so I didn't have the best taste in comedy, but he did smash watermelons, which made me laugh. But I've always been a fan, and I've always wanted to do it as long as I could remember. I just loved making people laugh.
Which now you've brought your dream to reality because you're traveling, you're doing comedy, and we're lucky enough to have you come to the Vail Valley this winter.
I'm super stoked about it too. I have never been, so be kind. I am stoked about it. I love Colorado in general. The last time I was in Colorado, I'm not kidding, somebody at the airport had a kayak, and I was like, man, Colorado really knows how to be Colorado.
Yes. There's no lack of, and you're going to come during the winter time, which only expect to see that grow in the Colorado nature.
Fair enough. Just everyone with skis. They're getting off the plane in full gear.
Right. They've got their goggles on, their helmet. They're going straight from that airplane to the mountain.
Yeah. Right from the airport to the fresh powder.
Yeah.
I heard it's fresh. I gotta go. I gotta be first one. I gotta be first one out there.
That's how it happens. Now, how long have you been doing comedy professionally?
Professionally, probably like 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where once I started doing it, I kind of could not stop. And in the best way possible, not like I'm trapped.
Right.
But also now, after doing it so long, what else could I do? Could you put that on a resume? It seems like there's a very big gap here in employment. It's like, yeah, I was being a witty lady.
I was being a funny girl. Just give me my space to do so. Now, as people are gearing up to see you and getting excited for the winter season and everything that it brings, what can they expect from your show?
I am, I'm very silly and, but also very opinionated. I guess I'm not going to hurt your feelings. I'm not one of those comedians. If you're coming, don't expect to get roasted unless you start it. If you start it, I'll finish it. But for the most part, I just like to make fun of us. And by us, I mean human beings. I make fun of myself. I make fun of my family. I'll make fun of you. I make our social dynamics. All of it, anything that I find absurd in the way that we behave as humans, that's kind of where I go to. I'm not a one-liner person. The reason so many people, I never get compared to anyone because everybody says they've never seen anyone like me. That's not me blowing smoke up my own butt. It's just the thing that people always say. They never say I remind them of any other comedian. They always say I remind them of their best friend or their cousin or their sister. And they're like, there's one of me in every family, and this one just happens to have a microphone.
I love that. You're giving people that kind of intimate connection that maybe around the holidays they really need because some people don't get to go see their families. So make fun of them.
Yeah, exactly. Who else are you going to argue with, right? If you can't go home, at least you can come in and get a little bit of that connection here, because that's what I genuinely like to do. You know, some comedians just want to be millionaires and take your cash. I'd like to take your cash, but also make you feel good about doing it.
It's a double whammy right there, you know? It's giving people what they want and you getting what you want in return, and everyone is sharing a belly laugh because, seriously, there's no better medicine.
truly. I mean, that's the thing I try to remind people, especially post-pandemic and stuff like that. There's been so much turmoil and things like that. I always like to remind people that at the end of the day, the connection is the most important thing. If you're looking for the meaning of life, sweetheart, it's just getting through it. It's getting through it and trying to enjoy as much of it as you possibly can. And then doing nice things. Open a door, being nice to a person, help a guy out. Any of those things, all of those things. It's just like the human experience. And I just like to be able to make fun of the human experience while laughing at yourself is also how we grow as people. Being able to go, oh my God, that's so ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. Like when you're capable of doing it, that's how growth happens without you having to pay a doctor $120 an hour to tell him that or to make a breakthrough. Either way, it's healing. It's good for you.
It's so cathartic.
Yeah.
And it's always cathartic for people to see someone in a position of power with the microphone in their hand relating to everyone who's sitting there in the audience, because that's not an opportunity you get to see or have very often. And so the fact that you're bringing this family-like style comedy to our community.
Oh, I wouldn't call it family. I will curse. Know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't bring the children.
I meant family in the sense, the camaraderie of the family, the making fun of, the laughing, the like slight agitation that could be possible, that really makes it feel like you're home for the holidays.
Right. Well, and not only that, it's also at a certain point, especially now, like there is a disparity in comedians, whereas there's really, really rich ones, and those really, really rich comedians, a lot of times they forget that they're supposed to be connecting with an audience, and it's important for you to keep your humanity in order to relate to, the masses of people, because when you talk about the richest people in the country, those people aren't going to comedy shows. So it just seems real strange to me. I'm saying all this because someone came up to me after a show recently and was like, I just spent so much money on this ticket price to see this XYZ famous comedian, and I had so much more fun laughing with you. And I was like, well, yeah, because I still care about you. I still care about you having a good time.
Which I think is so wonderful for people to experience, and how wonderful for people to experience it here. So now, when can we expect to see you in Vail, Colorado?
It's one night only, so I'm in and out, and a wonderful time, like a very good one night stand. I will be there December 5th.
Okay, so people need to mark their calendars, and then they can go to Vail Comedy to buy their tickets.
That's right, vailcomedy.com.
And it's that simple. And then they get to spend some time with you, Carmen. They get some belly laughs. They get to feel like maybe they're kind of like
It'll
an
warm
outside.
you from the inside. It's like drinking a nice warm cocoa or a cup of soup. You leave going, that's nice. That was nice.
Or like a shot of whiskey, depending on who you are.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking. Exactly.
Well, Carmen, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and we can't wait to see you here in our community.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to be received. I'll hug all of you. I'm a big hugger. There you go. You guys get a hug right now.
Oh,
take a big old hug.
Hugs for everyone.
There you go.
Oh, good. Just things to look forward to. Really weird, awkward camera hugs.
Weird internet hugs.
I love it. It's like going back to COVID, like you'd mentioned.
Exactly.
Again, Carmen, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and thank you for making us smile this morning just here.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's my job. We got to clock in.
Right. We clocked you in early this morning, though. We got you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Anytime. A barista, they all get it. Everybody gets it. So anytime I can make someone, literally turn that front upside down, I'm trying. I'm making the effort.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us again.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure that you check out Vail Comedy. You mark your calendars for December 5th. That way you don't miss the one night only opportunity to see Carmen Morales, because she is hilarious. She brings light, she brings love, and she brings quite a bit of laughter. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Join host Madison Brown as she visits with guests ranging from country star Toby Keith to magician Tommy Wynn. Explores the kitchen from cake decorating to cooking Hawaiian style, all while exploring unique locations across the country. Check your local listings and tune in.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
If you're looking for something to do with the family, well, the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens is a great place to spend the holidays because they do so many interactive events, and we were lucky enough to catch up with them and hear what they've got coming this holiday season.
With all this fresh snow, it's starting to look like a winter wonderland out there, which we love to see. And one of the best winter wonderlands we have to offer is the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. And joining us right now is Gabe Starr with the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens. Gabe, how are we doing?
Good. Good morning.
How'd you like that winter wonderland there?
I love it, and it is. It's a winter wonderland in the gardens.
I mean,
right
I
now.
can only imagine what it looks like over there right now. Is it just beautiful, stunning?
It's so beautiful, and especially with this fresh snow last night.
Yeah.
I mean, just pristine.
Yeah, but it's also, you know, if it's snowing, the plants probably aren't very visible, but what's it, you know, there's stuff inside, but what's it kind of look like right now?
Yeah. So now that winter has arrived, we are offering snowshoe rentals and snowshoe tours. So you can explore the gardens via snowshoe, or you can trudge through the snow probably still for a little longer. But even though you can't see our alpine plants, our trees are beautiful. And today the snow really coated the trees, just like, you know, the frosting on the cake or whatever it is. So,
it's really sticking around. It's like a couple inches hanging on every branch.
yeah.
It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, the Alpine Gardens, located in Vail, a short walk from the main village there, the transportation center, a beautiful walk along the river there, water there. But what else, as we roll into kind of the holidays here, what else is going on? What offerings does the gardens have right now?
Yeah, so as I said, we're renting snowshoes, and then we'll have guided snowshoe tours starting mid-December, so after the Thanksgiving holiday, but those will be on Wednesdays and Thursday mornings from 10:30 to about noon. A great thing for visitors, especially people who don't ski or need a day off from skiing to do. We have two different tours that we offer right now. One, it's called the Tree Tour, and it's just all about the trees in the gardens and just how they impact our environment and the world as a whole. Another one called Web of Life, and that gets into a little bit more of the riparian zone, a bit of Vail history, and then I'm working on a new tour that will be a lot more Vail history, and we're going to call it Winter Trails and Vail Tales. And so you can learn a little bit more about how our plants and animals survive in winter, and then tying that into the history of Vail and how we have also impacted the environment here in Vail.
So awesome. I can't wait to see that one.
Well, thanks.
There is so much history here, and touted as the highest botanical gardens in North America, right?
Correct, yes.
What does that mean exactly, and what can people kind of expect from that? You know, my family loves to go to gardens whenever we travel, but like, what makes this one so unique?
Yeah, well, I always have to drop our mission, which is to protect the alpine environment through education, conservation, and living plant collections. So while many of our living plants are covered by snow, we do have an alpine house, which is a little greenhouse attached to our education center. So you can come check that out. And then there's a lot of signs and information about alpine plants and their survival strategies, and then about our conservation efforts, because not only are we a gardens, but we are part of an international effort to conserve alpine plants. And I just think that people don't realize that we're more than a pretty garden.
It's so true. It's so true. And obviously the name the namesake, Betty Ford, obviously came out here with her husband, the president, so that's always awesome to see. What's kind of on the horizon looking down future of winter here?
Yeah, so right in December, we are trying something new. We're having 3 winter workshops, and we're calling them Garden Gifts and Goodies.
Love that.
And so our first workshop is on December 5th, and it is a wreath building workshop. So instead of going in and buying a pre-made wreath, you get to actually start from scratch. And this is being led by our curator of plant collections, Colin, and one of our favorite summer horticultural interns from this past summer is coming back to run this, Tate. And so they will guide you through 2 hours of building a wreath with all different kinds of greens. It'll be in our education center on Thursday, December 5th, starting at 3:30. And we'll have some snacks and some holiday music. And then not just the greens, but other accessories to make your wreath as traditional or as trendy as you want.
How fun.
Yeah.
How fun. Sounds like a good date night or a family outing to go get in the festive spirits there.
Yeah.
With the gardens, the snowshoeing. Is it for first timers? Is it for people that know what they're doing? Can you take the edge off for people that might not want to do it? But what exactly is the snowshoe outing?
Very, very beginner friendly. It's really just around Ford Park through the gardens. If you haven't been there, not a lot of terrain. There's some, and you can really just poke around and go down along the river and up through the trees, but very, very beginner friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I love the gardens, obviously, for how beautiful it is, but also the staff there is amazing. So professional and friendly and welcoming. But talk a little bit about everyone that makes that thing go.
Oh, okay, great. So we have a really special staff. So I'm the education director. We have a full-time curator of plant collections, which I talked about, Colin, a new horticulture manager, Amanda, who does everything from helping in the gardens to making sure our water features are up and running. And a fun new feature is we're really working on our sustainability. So we're an actively green certified business with Walking Mountains. And so this summer, our water features, we put on timers. You don't realize how much water evaporates and is wasted with all of the flow and just the movement of water. It evaporates and you lose a lot. And so now we're on timers to try to conserve some water, which is great.
Awesome.
And then Ellen is our sustainability coordinator, and she really works hard on that. And then our conservation scientist, Emily, is out in the field all summer collecting seeds. Well, first you have to go find the plants when they're flowering, mark where they are so then you can go back in the fall to collect the seeds. And we keep some seeds and then we send seeds down to the National Seed Bank in Fort Collins as well. So there's a huge team working to keep that garden going.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, over the past couple years, it's kind of been not really changing, but building up, especially with all the events happening. What's kind of the feeling over there looking into the future of what's next, big picture?
Yeah, we are always trying new and different things. We're excited. In Ford Park, we share that space with a lot of different stakeholders, we'll say, and right now there's actually construction happening across the street from our education center on the Art and Public Places building. I think they're calling it the Vail Artist Studio. So next summer, not only will we be able to visit the gardens, but right across the street there will be artists in residence throughout the summer.
Awesome.
And we're hoping to coordinate with them for different workshops and speak and just events, which will be really neat. And in the operating the AMP they just announced, which is right in our backyard, and that's in April. But yeah, we're just trying lots of new events. So in addition to wreath building, we have 2 other winter workshops that we're running. So on December 12th, Sam Mizwicki from Small Mighty Handmade, and she's also a local art teacher. She's going to teach how to make handmade holiday cards with wood blocks. And so she'll come and teach you how to carve your wood block, and then you'll make cards right on the spot, and maybe bring a friend, and you guys can trade and do half in different patterns, and or maybe make a friend there and use some of their patterns. But then you take your wood block with you, and you can make your own cards for this year or for years to come, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then our final workshop will be on December 19th. And this one is run by one of our board members, Jeannie Fritsch, and her partner Ella, and they own Dragonfly Preserves, which is Grammy's Jam. If you've ever been to the Minturn Market, they've been there forever, but they bought Grammy's Jam, and they started this wonderful nonprofit that supports women and girls, and they sell their jam, and all their profits go to different organizations in the Valley. And so they will be doing a demonstration on how to make jam and can it, but they'll have the cost of the workshop includes 3 jars of jam, and we're going to have like a crafting station, and you can decorate the jars of jam to take with you or to give as gifts, and then you'll have the option to buy more jars
How
too.
unique and special. There are great ideas coming out of the gardens. Where can people go to learn about these, to sign up, to follow along and make sure they're in the know, but how can they follow along?
BettyFordAlpineGardens.org is the best place to find information. I think our calendar page is a great starting point, but we're really trying to market. Here we are here today.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're getting in the Vail daily. So if you can't remember BettyFordAlpineGardens.org, just Google, and I'm sure stuff will pop up.
I follow on Instagram. It's always great stuff.
Thanks.
It's super informational and obviously just a beautiful photo or video of something awesome that you guys are doing. And then I just want to mention too, to get there, it's very easy. It's a short walk. It's a beautiful walk. And you mentioned it's right next to the amphitheater, the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater, Betty Ford's husband. So it's a beautiful little area of Vail, a little lesser known area of Vail, I'd say, right? It's a little off the gondola, but maybe a 10-minute walk from there. How do you explain to people how to get there?
In the winter, I would say there's 2 great ways to get there. So one is to park at Ford Park, and then you can either walk down through the gardens, which is snowier, or I follow the frontage road. There's a well-shoveled, well-plowed sidewalk, and you follow the frontage road back towards the village, and then you cut down at the Wren. I think it's, oh gosh, I should know that road. It could be Betty Ford Way. So that's one way to get there. And same thing, park at the village parking structure, and you can always follow the sidewalk if you're worried about the snow along the river. But there's 2 hours free parking on non-peak days, and that doesn't start till mid-December. So you've got 2 hours of free parking, and we'd love to see people come. Or take the bus. The core transit is amazing now, free for everyone from Eagle up. So it's great.
I'm a Vail Village parking structure guy, and then there are so many signs, you really can't miss it. Everyone's got a map in their pocket these days. It's really not that difficult. And again, it's a beautiful part of town that I think people, if they haven't been to, they need to get to. Anything else I should ask you? Anything else people should know about Betty Ford Alpine Gardens this winter?
We do have hot chocolate and tea available if you do make the trek to join us. So
Worth it.
Please come see us, get cozy, learn about alpine plants, see the trees, and we'd love to see you there.
Worth it. And then obviously it is a nonprofit. If people want to support, how can they kind of help out or support you guys besides coming in physically?
Yeah, so we have memberships available, and we're part of the Reciprocal Garden Network. So if you become a member of Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, you can visit hundreds of other gardens for free, including Denver Botanic Gardens, which is wonderful. And then again, online, BettyFordAlpineGardens.org, you can donate and support the gardens financially.
Awesome. Gabe, thanks so much for joining us. Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, check them out online, follow them on socials. So much going on, so much great stuff that's kind of like a nod to old school, writing cards, right? Like, do people really do that so much anymore? How cool is that, making your own jars and stuff? So very cool. Gabe, thanks for joining us. Definitely check out Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, one of the hidden gems of our town, really, and community. And we'll be back with the rest of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the 3rd time I've owned the car.
Sell regret, sell regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I got to get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Stevie Lee Woods presents Nashville Roadhouse Live, where country meets rock and roll.
It's where I drank my first beer, where I found Jesus, where I wrecked my first car, I tore it all to pieces.
Join us every week for more live performances right here on Nashville Roadhouse Live.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Once winter kicks off, we're so busy in our community and we always have so many wonderful things that you're not going to want to miss out on. We want to thank you so much for tuning into this edition of Good Morning Vail and continue to tune in. That way you can be in the know before you go, whether you want to go to a country dance tonight and maybe participate in some boots and some hats and all of the fun, or if you want to get some giggles on with the one and only Carmen Morales, or do some family-friendly activities at the Betty Ford Alpine Gardens, make sure that you tune in. That way you can see. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and we'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.